Hello all and welcome to today's lab. Today's lab is about router on a stick. So from the topology you can see I have got two branches, Bradford branch and Leeds branch. But in today's video we are only focusing on Bradford branch. So a little brief about the topology. Our router R1 is connecting with our home router, and because I bridged my physical NIC with this cloud, so I'm going to apply DHCP and will get the IP address from my home router. Then I need to configure the sub interfaces on the router to make it router on a stick, and then I need to create this link between router and switch S1 as a trunk. And here is all the details you can follow up. So if someone wants to join me, they are more than welcome. So let's start. I'm copying and pasting the basic device settings to make it a bit fast. R1, there you go. Right, copy and exit and paste. So now I will copy paste the basic settings on all the devices, and then I will change the host names. Configure T host name S1. Now S2. Right. Configure T host name S2. Now S3. And configure T host name S3. Right, so all the basic configurations are done. Now I will first start with my router R1. Okay, interface G01, IPD description connects to internet, IP address DHCP, no shut, interface G00. I'm going to configure this network on G00, and then I will create sub interfaces for VLAN 20 and VLAN 10 on the same interface. So IP description, I would say management network, and IP address 172.16.0.1 255.255.255.0, no shut. Now interface G00.10, right? 10 is finance, description finance network, and IP before applying IP address you need to activate the encapsulation. So it will be encapsulation.1q and VLAN is 10. So now it will going to get the IP address 172.16.10.1 255.255.255.0, no shut. So now interface G00.20, encapsulation.1q 20, IP address 172.16.20.1 255.255.255.255.0, shut. Right, so oh yeah, description IT network. So we are done with the sub interfaces. Now I'm going to create two DHCP pools for finance and for IT department, so that these two PCs, PCA, which is in VLAN 20, and PCB, which is in VLAN 10, and they are going to get the IP address via a DHCP server, which I'm going to configure now. So, and I want to exclude first 20 IPs. I want to reserve those IPs for the management purposes or for telnet and something. So IP address, it will be, yep, IP exit IP DHCP excluded addresses 172.16.20.1, 172.16.20.20. Then I'm going to define the network 172.16.20.0/24. Oh, sorry, IP DHCP pool. First need to create pool. After first exclude the addresses, then you need to create the pool. So I'm going to create the pool and give it the name IT. Now I will say network 172.16.20.0/24 default router. So the default gateway will be 172.16.20.1, which we configured on our sub interface, right? DNS. Okay, DNS. I'm going to give the one this link G01 got from my home router. So to find out that, type the command do show DHCP server. So as you can see, here is the DNS. So DNS 194.168.4.100 and 194.168.8.100, and domain name I will say homelab.com, and I'm going to leave it for 2 days, and this is it. So now IP DHCP exclude 172.16.10.1, 172.10.20. IP DHCP pool, and it is finance. Then network will be 172.16.10.0/24. All right. Oh, network spelling, come on. 172.16.10.0/24. Then I'm going to assign default router 172.16.10.1 and DNS 194.168.4.100, 194.168.8.100. Domain name will be homelab.com, and these will be for 2 days, and this is it. So if we need to double check our settings, just show DHCP show run pipe section, as for section DHCP. So here is all the details of our DHCP excluded IPs, our DHCP pools, pool for IT, pool for finance department. So we are good at here. Now I'm going to switch S1. Okay, interface G00, switch port mode trunk. It will not going to take, so switch port trunk encapsulation.1q. Now switch port mode trunk. So G00 is trunking, no shut. So now interface G01, interface range G01 and 2, both of them are trunk. So switch port trunk encapsulation.1q, switch port mode trunk, no shut. And now I will create my VLANs. VLAN 20, name IT, VLAN 10, name finance. Okay, that's done. Now interface VLAN 1, this is our management VLAN, IP address. This network is our management network. So 172.16.0.11, 12 and 13, these are the IP addresses I'm going to assign to the default VLAN 1. 0.11255.255.0, no shut. And what another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the VTP between the switches so that they can replicate the VLANs across switch 1 and switch 2. So first show VTP status. So are this switches server? That's fine. So I will do VTP domain homelab.com. VTP password will be Cisco. Okay, VTP domain, VTP password, this is done. And VTP mode server, which is already, it is a server. See, device mode already server, so do WR. So this is done. Now I'm going to switch 2. Before going that, I need to double check that my VLANs are there. Yes, finance and IT. So now S2. Cisco enable class. So configure T. Interface G01, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, no shut. This is done. Then exit interface VLAN 1 and IP address will be 172.16.0.12.255.255.255.0, no shut. So this is done. And then I will say VTP mode client, and then I will say VTP domain homelab.com, and VTP password will be Cisco. So this is done. Now if I check my VLANs are replicated or no, yes, you can see our VLANs are replicated. We are going to do the same with our switch S3. Switch S3. In the meanwhile, I'm going to start these machines because they took too long to boot up. Right, so Cisco enable class, configure T. It will be interface G02, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk. Right, now interface VLAN 1, IP address 172.16.0.13.255.255.255, no shut. This is run. Do show I. Oh, now VTP mode exit VTP mode client, VTP HTTP domain. It is homelab.com. VTP password is Cisco, and this is it. So let's see if our VLANs are replicated here. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to assign these ports that are connected to our end devices, to our PCs, G00 on switch S3 and G00 on switch S2. I'm going to assign them to this PCB is for finance department, so I'm going to assign this port to VLAN 10. So interface G00 switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. So this is done, and if I want to see, do show VLAN brief, and yes, G00 assigned to finance. So now if I go to switch S2, interface G00 switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. So do show VLAN brief. So as you can see, VLAN 20 IT, and here is our port. So do WR. So if I go to my computers, open and open Cisco, let's see if they are going to get IP address via our DHCP pools that we configured on our router. Okay, CMD IP config. As you can see, here is this is our PCB, which is in VLAN 10. So it's getting the first IP address from the VLAN 10 pool, and if you remember, we excluded the first 20 IP addresses, so after that the first one is 21, so we are good to go. So if I'm going to check the PCA IP config, okay, maybe take some time. IP config release, IP config renew. I want to just double check. As you can see, our both PCA and PCB have got their IP addresses from our DHCP pools. So if I want to ping 172.16.10.21, yes, I can ping from PCA, which is on VLAN 20, to PCB, which is on VLAN 10. So router on stick successful. RBTP environment that we created, domain client, that was successful, and I would like to thank you for watching.